Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. No, Vivian edition. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at J100 on the MakeCode forum. I'm not Vivian.
I'm Shannon, at Chicago on the MakeCode forum, and I miss Vivian.
Yeah, but you know what? Everyone has the right to occasionally take a day off. All right, so we're working on MakeCode Slam today. I don't really have a plan, and also I did not have time to add Gideon's character yet. Sorry, Gideon. I'm going to add it. Don't worry. But yeah, I just didn't have time today. Because I've had a lot of stuff to do. So what I was thinking was we could just go and make the game better in a bunch of small ways today. It was either that or doing recovery attacks, but I don't know. We have enough attacks. Wait, no, I want to be Captain Cat. Captain Cat's my favorite character. Captain Cat's my favorite character because I love doing this. Get him, Coco. Better if I do it like over here. Get him, Coco.
Oh, it's cool that you can zap people above you.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that what we can do today, there are a few things that kind of need to be balanced in this game. We kind of just assigned random numbers to all of the attacks. And so I think it might be good to come up with kind of a theory for how we want to do these attacks, which is a little hard to do when I don't have somebody else to play against me right now, because both Shannon and Joey are not at my house. And Otto's so bad at using controllers. So instead, we're going to try and do something just kind of by looking and seeing how it feels. So to be honest, Captain Cat feels pretty good. I think all of his attacks are like nice and somewhat balanced. They might do it too much damage maybe because like we really get up to ridiculous high percentages really fast, you know? Like I think having the punch do 5% is probably too much. So let's fix that. We're going to go over to our handle button attack function. Let me do a Daryl. Fun fact, every time we say, let me do a Daryl, Daryl sneezes somewhere. So Shannon, I know you don't have this prepared, but have you bought any new garments for your cat recently?
I was gifted a garment, actually. So it's not on me. But I did get a bow tie for my cat. And he looks pretty great in it.
I've seen it. He really pulls it off.
Gideon says,
okay.
Poor Otto, he can't use a controller.
Yeah, he just tries to chew the joystick. I always beat him in Smash. Right now, by the way, he is looking out the window, you know, chasing something that is not there, I think. Usually he's asleep right now, though, so. Okay, so we're going to start with Captain Cat. Let's go over here and see what we've got for our attacks. So for the spear throwing attack, I'm going to leave that at 5 because I don't know, maybe that is too strong. Let's get back in here. Well, let me get back to test version of code. I should really reset this before we start the stream, but I always forget to. Captain Cat. Maybe I should just make like a Boolean I can flip. Let's do that. Debug. we'll go ahead and set this to be true up here at the top for now. And we're going to say if debug, we will start round. Otherwise, we will show character selecting. All right. Okay. So let me see if I like get right up close and throw a bunch of projectiles. See if I hit them with like the projectile, it does 2. It looks like. Which I mean, I think that's fine actually, because you can shoot them pretty fast. And when you actually hit them with the move while you're using it, it does 5. So I think I'm actually just going to reduce things across the board. So I'll leave the 2 on the projectile, and I'm going to make the attack also do 2. Like that. Okay. Now let's deal with the regular swipe. So this one does 5 right now, which is way too much. You can see we really just like get way up there if we do that. So because you can do it so rapidly, let's just try it as 1 right now and see what we get. That's pretty slow. I think you're putting yourself at great risk by using this attack, so we're going to up it to 3. Yeah, okay. That feels better than 5 did. So cool, okay. Now we have one more attack, which is this one.
Oh.
Which I don't want to change how powerful it is because I like that kind of. Well, maybe it's a little too powerful. But I think that there should be a bigger drawback for using it. So the drawback right now is that you also get damaged by it, which honestly is a pretty big drawback. But I want to make it so that there's also a cooldown, so you can't just like spam it, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like how also
Oh, you just
Captain Cat will keep calling for Sam even if Sam doesn't come because
Yeah.
Coco is still on the screen.
Just wants to
All
let
right.
Sam know that he's here.
Okay, so let's do this cooldown now. We're going to go to where we are doing this handle attack, and yep, right here. So here's our Coco attack, and we are going to make it so that there is a timer that we're going to set on our sprite. So I'm going to go into sprites and go to the set data to number, and we're going to be doing this on the sprite that is doing the attack. So do this right here. And we're going to make this called what else but Coco cooldown. And we're going to set this to be time since start. Plus, let's see. How often should you be able to use this? 5 seconds? 10 seconds?
10 seems like a lot.
All right, we'll do 5 for now. Very powerful attack. So it kind of just.
But the other player could dodge it.
Yes, that's true, but it is pretty big.
It's slow moving though.
Yeah, but like if you get caught up in it, it's like hard to.
Yeah.
Get away. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and set our Coco cooldown. And the other thing we want to do is we want to check this Coco cooldown. So we're going to put this right here and put this in here. And we're going to do a logic and say if the, I need to get it as a number. If the Coco cooldown is actually, I think this will be undefined to start. So this is a little bit of JavaScript nonsense, but I'm actually going to put this inside of, actually, we'll just do a not. So we're going to put in a not, and we're going to say if the cocoa cooldown is not less than, well, is not greater than times since start, then we want to run this code. So let's try this now. I'm going to go ahead and run the cocoa attack, and now I can no longer call for Sam. And then there you go. That was 5 seconds. So yeah, that felt okay, I think.
That looked pretty good.
Yeah, okay. How come when I get hit by it, it just knocks me all the way off the screen, and when Straw Bob gets hit by it, it just like, he just always survives. Destroy him. There we go. Okay. So another thing is right now, Coco, like, let's watch my percentage as Coco hits me. There you go. He hits me 3 times and it goes up to 90%, right? So that's too much. I would say that maybe he can hit you for like, let me actually just make it so that the slam strength is 20%. So that way it can do a maximum of 60, a minimum of 20. All right, so collapse blocks, format code. This is inside of the Cocoa overlap, I believe. So here we go, on sprite of kind Cocoa overlap. And we're gonna just set this to be 20 and knock that down a peg. Okay. There we go. All right. So, well, I think it hit us both 5 times that time. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So
6 times.
6 times. Okay. Yeah. So we need to take this and maybe tweak the cooldown for after you get hit a little bit. So I think maybe we Otto just climbed under a sheet on my couch. Now he's a little blob of fabric. It's a shame. I was hoping he would make an appearance today, but you know, I don't control him. He does what he wants. Okay, so we want to go to our slam code. There we go. And so inside of this slam code, we have this invincible time that we set, which is just 100 milliseconds. And this is to make it so that for really rapid attacks, we don't get hit like a bunch of times when they strike us. So, you know, the attack only happens 1 time because it pauses every 100 milliseconds. But this is not enough for this attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that we can optionally put in a number on our attack, which is going to have a extra amount of time to add to this. So we're going to go into logic. We're going to do an equals. Oh, sorry, we're going to do a greater than, and we're going to get a number off of this slammer. And we're going to say if the slam cooldown is greater than 0, then we're going to do something different. Otherwise, we're going to do what we were doing before. So we were before just doing this set invincible time to this plus 100. If this is greater than 0, then we're going to set this to this plus whatever the slam cooldown is. So this will not change anything right now because we haven't set the slam cooldown anywhere. But let's do that. We're going to go back to our Cocoa code. Oh boy, I love saying Cocoa with stuff.
Cocoa cooldown is good. Sorry?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Slam cooldown. I set this right here to be, let's try 200. Just double what it is. Okay, so I got hit 3 times. You got hit 4 times. Okay, both got hit 4 times that time. So let's make it even a little bit higher. I'm aiming for like 60% to be the maximum that it does. So let's do like 300 and see how that goes. That might be too high. Okay, we got hit twice. Okay, yeah, so we'll split the difference, 250. I'm glad we're doing a number tweaking stream. We don't do these super often. Nice, okay, we both got hit for 60 because we did not move out of the way. Let's try it again. Yeah, all right, that feels right. I think we got it. Okay, cool. So we got that going for us. Let's now do another character. So what do you guys want to do? You want to do Straw Bob or you want to do Glitched?
Gideon in chat says glitch is too powerful.
Okay, let's do Glitched. All right, so I'm going to go into OnStart and change my default character to be Glitch. There we go. And let's open our attack function back up so that we can tweak those values. All right, first though, let's see what we're working with. Okay, so got Glitch over here. We got a few attacks. We have this arrow punch attack. We have this double punch attack. And then we can transform. And when we are transformed, we can shoot a laser, this, or we can use this really fun like explosion attack, which hits you upwards. All right. So let's just start with our basic attack. We're going to go over here to our arrow attack, and right off the bat, it looks like it does 10% each time. Oh no, it was doing 5. Yeah, so this is doing 5, which is, it's kind of slower. So that doesn't feel crazy. Whoa, okay.
I like that one.
So, yeah, because this is a slower attack, I'm actually not thinking that we need to tweak it that much. I wonder if it would be worth it to calculate the DPS of this. Joey, can you get a timer on your phone?
Get a timer on my computer. Okay,
Right.
so we're doing it like heartbeat style. 1 second.
So we'll do like 30 seconds, and we'll just count the number that we do. Right?
Okay.
So
5,
tell me when.
4, 3, 2, 1. Do 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 do. No, I shouldn't do that. That one will get us in trouble.
We're doing a parody, so
Yeah.
we have
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're muted. 9. So 30 damages. That doesn't sound.
Yeah, so I got 890%. So that is roughly what, 30 DPS?
30 DPS, yeah.
Okay, that seems high. Let's see what we just did for Captain Cats. We'll just do 20 seconds this, or 10 seconds this time, I think.
Okay, I think
it
that
faster.
we can make that do.
Yeah. So let me go into OnStart and change back to Captain Cat.
Okay.
All right, tell me when.
3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. Stop.
So
Pretty good.
9 DPS.
9 DPS. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that is true.
So there's a bit of a gap there. Let's go ahead and nerf this down just a tad because
Can I see Captain Cap's attack again real quick? Just to
Yeah.
compare like visually, like what's different.
Sure. So
Okay. So they're pretty similar. I would almost suspect the Captain. Their hitboxes are pretty much the same. Okay.
yeah, their hitboxes are pretty similar.
And the duration of the attack is also similar. So okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So switching back to glitch. Actually, I think the glitch one is slow. Well, actually, no, I think it's about the same, isn't it? Yeah, it's about the same. Okay, so I want to make glitch feel different, and glitch kind of has this like powerhouse vibe, I think. So I'm going to go to glitch, and we're going to tweak this one not by changing the damage amount just yet. We're going to change the time it takes to do the attack. So right now it takes 200 milliseconds. We're going to up this to 400 milliseconds and do our calculation again. All right, right now, Joey.
Okay. 1 second. 3, 2, 1, start. Three, 2, 1, stop.
Yeah, okay, so still pretty powerful. I wonder if maybe what we need to do for this is we need to tweak the cooldown time as well.
Were you just changing the duration, like how long it takes for the animation?
Oh yeah, you're right. That was bad. That doesn't make any sense. So we need to change the duration and the time cooldown time together, right? Because otherwise, it's a thing. I wonder if actually we should go into our do attack. Wait, yeah, this is a good idea. We're gonna go into our do attack and we're gonna set that time to always be the time it takes to do the attack. Because that was the intention of that 100 millisecond cooldown.
Yeah.
Right. So we want to make it so you only get hit, once, and maybe we'll yeah. Let's try that for now and see how it feels.
For anyone paying attention, the reason why it was the same, even though we had increased the duration, was because it was hitting them multiple times during that one attack when the animation was longer.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna set our slam cooldown. To be equal to time. And
we should have a DPS counter built in, because we're going to do this a lot, and then we can just have a thing that shows a number on the screen of a rolling last 5 seconds of DPS or something.
I like that. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to do a rolling DPS counter, like Joey mentioned. We're going to have a let's see, what's the way to do that? Is it to we just take an array every and a sample every second of the
Compare
thing,
the
and then
first
we
and
just
last.
yeah.
Always use that, and then you can probably do a sample every 1/10 of a second, because otherwise it'll get a little bit, just to make it a little bit more continuous. We got a lot of memory anyway.
Okay. So we're going to go into our variables and make a new one, which is going to be DPS samples. And we're going to be doing this just for player 2. We're not going to do it for player 1 because, this is just for debug. So we're going to set this to be equal to, we're going to go ahead and put an array in here. And what we want to do is, I think maybe we want to store, I think we're probably going to make this an array of arrays, because I want to store the time and the damage at that point. And then I'm going to do a little bit of interpolation to make it more accurate, because we don't have accurate timing. We could be varying by quite a bit. So by storing the time as well, we can say, okay, well, if the current time is this, I want to find out what it would have been at this time. And so I can check between 2 samples to get that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I was thinking just like a limited to 50 and then rotating them out, but that's much more better.
I'm still going to rotate them out, but I'm going to have
objects instead, or arrays. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put in a sample counting function. So we're going to go into game and do an on-game update every. And we're going to set this to be 1/10 of a second, like Joey mentioned, 100 milliseconds. And we're going to go into arrays. Oh, no, I don't want that. We're going to do add value to here, and it's going to be equal to our, I want this to be our DPS samples. And then we're going to be adding a 2-value array. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Now, the first value is just going to be the current time, which is equal to this time since start right here. And then the second one is going to be equal to the damage of player 2. So I'm also going to go ahead and put this inside of an if, because we need to only run this code if player 2 is there. Because player 2 might not necessarily exist if we are on the character select screen, and I don't want this code to stop working as soon as I turn it back into a game with the character select screen. Okay, so we're going to check if player 2 exists, and we're going to go into sprites and get the player 2% as a number. And if I remember correctly, this confused me before, but it is percentage. All right, now I got to refresh because my simulator is getting slow. All right, okay, so we have our percentage being tracked now. Now we just need to update some sort of display. So I'm going to go into here and create a text sprite. Going to set it to just be empty for now, and we're going to put this into our, we're going to turn on a flag on it. I mean, we're going to turn on the flag relative to camera. So let me make a new variable for this. DPS text. By the way, DPS is damage per second. We never said that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are also going to put in some code to make sure we have a certain number of samples. So I'm going to put in a logic like this and check out the length of our array. And we're going to do this sample over 10 seconds. So because this is every 100 milliseconds, we need to make sure that the length of our array is at least 100. All right, and if that's the case, then we are going to remove whatever the first value is from this list, because we're just going to knock it out of the queue. All right, and now let's go ahead and do our update. So to calculate this, what we're going to do is we need to find out what the current time is. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a variable for this. I'm going to say current time because, well, I can just use the time since start, I guess. Let's go to game. Let's do time since start. Okay. Now I want to use this time since start, and I also want to figure out what it was 10 seconds ago. So we're going to use this time since start minus 10,000 to figure out what it is 10 seconds ago. And we're going to go through our samples and find the one that is the closest to this without going over. So we're going to be doing a for loop. We're going to do a for index right in here. Oh, I want this to be inside of here. And we're going to start from 0. And we're going to say if the, we want to go up to the length of our DPS samples, or actually I can just hard code this because we are limiting the length, 99. So I want to say, is the current value at this location in the array greater than our time since start minus 10 seconds? Let me do this, 10,000, not 1,000. And if it is, then we know we are at the point where this changes, where we go from being below it to being above it. Let me use index. Let me use DPS samples. And we're also going to put inside of this loop, we're going to put in a break. Oh, and I need to do another get value at. I need to, because this is an array of arrays, I need to do a get value at 0. Okay, so if we get this value at 0, that means that we are just above it. So what we want to do is we want to figure out what the time was before it, figure out what the time would be. So we need to get the difference between the time before this sample and the time after this sample. We need to figure out the slope between those two, so the difference. And then we need to multiply it by the difference between the start and the end. So bear with me, folks. This is just going to take a second. So we want to do the get value at the index -1. So we want to do this value minus the other value, so the one at the index, so that is 0. That gives us our difference. We're going to take the, like that. We're going to take this, and also we need to figure out the difference in our times. So now we're going to do the, oh, I should make this 1. So now I'm going to do 0 for both of them. And now the change in the damage over the time is going to give us our slope. So we divide these two. This is going to be a long block. Okay. And now this is giving us our damage per millisecond for this sample right here. And so we are now going to add something to this. We're going to go into math and add the value from the original sample, so the 1 minus 1, the earlier sample. Which is this, get value at 1, plus this slope times the difference in the time. So the time since start minus 10,000 minus the time here. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is right. Okay, so this is the time. I want to do this. I want to do the time since start minus the time from the last sample. I want to multiply this times this giant thing, which is our slope. And I want to add this giant thing. Oh, whoops, I did undo. And I want to add this giant thing, which is, let's see if I can figure out where to grab this block. Nope. Oh, man. This part. Yeah, there we go. I need to zoom way out.
Ooh.
And then we need to add this to this. And now with the longest block we have ever made in Arcade, we have gotten our start value. And to get the damage per second, we just need to subtract our current percentage. So let me grab that.
I'm sure we've had a longer block in one of our text-focused streams where you had like Hamlet or something.
Yeah, maybe.
A lot of text in Hamlet.
Okay, so we do our current percentage minus this giant value. And then we divide that by 10,000. No, by 10. Yeah, by 10, because this is giving us the difference. So we just need to divide it by 10. And this is equal to our DPS. Okay, and if I need to grab this block again, it is this right is where the thing is, which might actually make it impossible to drop where I need it to drop.
Just zoom out more.
I can't zoom out more. I've reached the limit. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to undo until that's out of the block. There we go. All right, and we're gonna do 0.1 times this.
Ooh, this is
Now I can grab it on the left.
How you do it?
Yeah. Okay, and now I can just go into this text sprite and set the text on our DPS text. To this monstrosity. Oh, inside of a join block. And I should probably round it.
Maybe we should have collapse blocks on individual blocks as well for these math expressions.
Maybe. Okay, so this is going to take 10 seconds for it to build up. Oh, I didn't think about that.
I don't think it's showing up.
It's been 10 seconds by now, right?
For sure. Yeah. It's been like 30.
Did I forget to put relative to camera on it? Turned it off. Okay, now let's try this again.
Don't think it's showing up.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So text sprite call. Can we change the 5-second sample to start with too?
Yeah, all right. Let me go ahead and make a variable for sample size. Or
Sample duration.
Window.
So
we're just going to set this to be 5, and we're going to have to change our code in a few places. So I'm going to make a 1 divided by our sample window for this 0.1 that we have here. Then this right here is going to be our sample window times 1000. And I'm going to duplicate this because I'm going to need to use it again in just a sec. And I need this one also over here. All right, that's that. Maybe 5
probably
seconds.
still won't show up, but
Well, not with that attitude.
can we see the debugger and see if the samples are ever being added? If we're getting enough samples? I mean, it should be, right? But
Yeah. Okay, we can drop this, by the way. Nope. Okay, we'll run the debugger. Right. Oh, we want to go here. All right, we hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Okay, let's add to here. After about 5 seconds, we should get this. Here we go, we hit it. Now we're going to say DPS samples get value at index, get value at 0, greater than time since start minus sample window times 1000. Right, so let's look at our array real quick. We should be able to have that somewhere. No, not list. There we go, DPS samples. And we have 2, 0, 1080, 215, 0, 324, 0. And yeah, so those look like reasonable numbers. We can see it goes up to about 5,000, which is 5 seconds. And we're going to now put this, let's put this inside here. We might as well. Okay, so we hit this. So we were setting our DPS text to this nonsense. And it's just not showing up. I know what it is. Oh my God, it's a good thing I remembered this little bit of ephemera because we could have been debugging this for years.
Years?
Years. Okay, I need to set the kind of this. Seriously, I can't believe I remembered this. Add new kind. DP. Stop that. Stop. DPS. Oh, I need to refresh. All right, let's see if I fixed it.
Do you have a destroy all sprites of kind text or something?
I do.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Where is it?
It's in the middle of the screen. You can't see it because it's really hard to read.
Okay.
All right. We got this. Okay, we need to go into, so inside of start round, I have a destroy all sprites of kind text. So it was getting destroyed before it actually ever showed anything. So we're going to go into our text sprite and we're going to set the border on this guy to be this teal color, and we're going to set the Y to be like 5. And now let's test this thing out. Zero. Okay, well, wait, that's not, what did I do? Is there an outline and a border?
I guess that kind of makes sense. Is it a plus on there? Oh, okay.
All right. Come on now. Let's do it. Okay. So let me do some damage now. All right, so it has me at 10 DPS. That seems about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so we can test this again. Let's test with Captain Cat. And what was the value we got for that? That was like 9 DPS, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to change to be Captain Cat.
We did change this one, right? So that it wasn't 30. After it was 30, we changed the duration to like, okay.
Okay, so we've got about 15 DPS on Captain Cat's attack, or 16 if I hit the button just right, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So we should up Glitch's attack a bit more, I think. All right, so let's go down to Glitch. And I like this being a slow attack, so I'm just going to up the damage to be 7, which should up this to be about 15. Because we were running it twice per second there with that other calculation we were doing. So this is going to be, and also, can I just take a break and say I'm so glad we got that math right.
It would have been kind of funny to watch you just go through and be like, is this one nested in this
Would
one
it,
by
Joey?
accident?
Would it
I mean, for us.
be entertaining to the
Yeah,
viewers?
for us.
All right, so I can switch back to glitch now. And let's take some readings on all of our moves. So we have our just punch now, or our regular arrow attack, which should be giving us about 14 or 15 per DPS. Okay, we have it at 13. That's fine. So the benefit of this is that you only have to hit once to do like a decent chunk of damage, but it takes a while to do it, you know? Okay, so let's go ahead and switch our form now, and let's try the DPS on this one. We have a negative DPS right now. Okay. Oh no, not that one. So we want to do the laser attack. Oh, it's kind of hard to do this one because I move while I'm doing it. How can maybe I should make it so that when you're doing your A over, if you keep pressing it, you don't move. I don't know how to make that happen though.
I mean, yeah. I think it makes sense to like count slight movement and stuff like that as requiring repositioning the DPS. That's how you would do it in like Smash Bros. They have their like DPS mode where it's just a flat space and they'll give you the like instantaneous one. But if you can't hit, then you can't hit, right? If you're just going to go through and you have to spend a second to turn around.
What if you wedge yourself like behind this? Oh no, it goes down, so you won't be able to.
Oh, okay, I can do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that works too.
It doesn't destroy on wall?
It's being created after the wall, I think, somehow, because I give it a little bit of wiggle room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it looks like this attack has 4 DPS. That's kind of lame. Let's go ahead and up that.
I think you should make this one less damage and faster.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so we're gonna go to here. So right now we're doing this over 400 milliseconds. We're gonna change that to 100 milliseconds. And we have our projectile and we're setting the slam strength to be 2. We're going to up this to be 3. And let's try this now. Get back to our optimal test position. So we've now got 19 FPS on this. How do you guys feel about that?
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, too strong?
I would almost think having it would be fine just because the distance versus the normal attacks, but I guess if it is like a special attack, maybe it can be a little bit higher.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to our attack. We really need to make it so that it doesn't scroll at you when that simulator goes up. It's so annoying. Okay, and we're gonna go to our slam strength and let's we'll do like 1.8.
Okay.
Yeah, that goes. Oh no, whoops. All right, get back into optimal position. I thought I was rounding it, but I guess not. All right, let's fix that real quick.
I like that.
Update percents right here. We're gonna go into math and do some rounding. There we go. All right, cool. Now it can be whatever we want. Okay. Great. All right, so we're at 11 DPS for a ranged attack. Like, that doesn't seem too bad. We could up it a little bit. I don't know, ranged, it's tough to say how powerful a ranged attack is yet. I almost want to make it so it's even faster and put the damage down a little bit, because I think that'll make it a better attack.
More like Star Fox.
Yeah, more like Star Fox. Okay, so we're going to take this and drop it down to be 50. And we're going to drop our slam strength to be 1.
I don't know if I've ever played a Star Fox.
Really?
Really? It's the most fun because you just sit in the corner and you like slam the laser attacks and you run away.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually you do the kick thing that sends them flying off.
Next time.
Okay, so I think because of the
range.
cooldown, I think because of the cooldown, we're kind of hitting a maximum on our FPS of 6. So I'm actually going to take this. No, actually, that's about right, isn't it? Okay, so I'm actually going to take this slam strength and I'm going to update this to be 1.3. Let's see how that does. Do. I'm aiming for like 10 FPS. All right, so we'll up this to be 1.4 FPS, DPS. Or just 1.5. There we go. Okay, we'll just take whatever this is. All right, I always forget to transform. Perfect, 10 FPS, 10 DPS. And you know, this attack has a nice range on it. So, and you can just kind of shoot it super fast, which is nice. I like that you can just like fire off a few while moving. Cool, okay. All right, so we have one character left to do the normal attacks on, which is Straw Bob. And I am not doing this attack because slams are going to have to be a whole other thing that we balance. It's just different, you know? Like this one does a ton of damage. That's kind of the point. It takes forever to do it. You know, it takes like 800 milliseconds to do this attack. And the hitbox is only on the front, so you're completely open on the behind while you're doing it. Okay, let me send this guy volume. All right, so we're going to go ahead and change us to be Straw Bob. And we've got 5 minutes left, which I think will be enough time to tune these attacks because they're pretty similar to Captain Cat's attacks. Straw Bob. All right, so Straw Bob's attack is just this little pushing punch thing. Which right now is at a solid 5 to 6 FPS. So that's not super great. Let's go ahead and buff you up a bit, Straw Bob. I actually want you to have a higher DPS for your normal attack because he has this one slam attack, right, which kind of just does the bare minimum for slamming. And then he has this somewhat dangerous bomb attack, which is super fun. And so I want his normal attack to be higher so that because he has so much danger associated with playing as him because it's so easy to hit yourself with the bomb that I want to make his normal attack better. So we have this do attack right here. It's set at 2. I'm going to set it to 3. All right. Okay, 20 DPS. That's the highest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think that's good. I think we'll leave that, you know, as is, and we'll maybe tweak it once we actually do some playing. But I'm feeling better about these characters already.
Nice.
Yeah, this is such a good game. The people who designed Smash Bros, they knew what they were doing.
Balance is definitely the hardest part of any of the fighting games. I think they
It
always
is.
have to tweak it. Like if you
And
have a favorite fighting game, you should always look at the patch notes, just because it's interesting to see. Because you'll see like lists of hundreds of changes of like Star Fox's left A move reduced by 0.1%, and blah blah blah.
Yep. Okay, I want to do, so my remaining to-dos for this game is I want to, one, add Gideon's character, of course, and any other characters that we come up with in the meantime. I want to do an up A attack or an up B attack, not necessarily for recovery, but I want to have more things that smash you upwards. Okay, because really we just have that one attack right now from Glitch. And then I think we're going to be pretty good. I think we'll have a pretty solid game here. And you know what? Well, we'll call it done for now, and maybe we'll come back to it in, you know.
Add the other 76 characters we need to get to number 1.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just come. Maybe this will just be a game we check in on every once in a while and add stuff to. Because you know, every time we come up with a great new character, which I mean, we have so many good characters in our extended universe. I mean, Ice Cream Fellow could be in this game.
Maybe next time we have
Unsigned, huh? Unsigned Arduino, well, we asked for, I guess, requests or whatever, and Unsigned Arduino said we could do the chicken from Crossy Road. And I said the chicken from Crossy Road could have the eagle as the special, which I think would be fun.
Yeah, no, I like that.
We should use a Friday stream to just go through old games like we do for the 100 centennials, and then just pick out the characters so we have a list whenever we need.
Tony Albatross.
True.
The Table Maker.
We need a hamster.
Think about Stable Table's special move.
Hamster.
Yeah, for the Romeo for the
mice, Joey.
Get out
mice,
of
sure,
here,
mice. Well, I want a hamster though. Can we have mice and hamsters?
No.
Mice are just hamsters are just rounder mice.
Okay. Yeah, and let's see. I had another one in my head. It would be fun to do a stack of goats. You'd have a lot of fun with that. All right. Well, anyway, for MakeCode, I'm Richard at Richard on the MakeCode forum. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Joey at JWonder on the MakeCode forum, and again, not Vivian.
I'm Shannon at Chicken on the MakeCode forum, and I'm still thinking of her.
We all are. Bye.